Hey, it's Phil Bruce here, and in today's video, what I want to chat about with you is choosing your own path, picking your own path to go on, your own mission, your own story. So, the reason why I want to talk about this is what tends to happen so often is we feel pressure from others. We feel pressure, whether it be from family, friends, society, things that are on TV, things that are on the internet, or any other external factors. So, for example, you might have your parents when you're young, they want you to get a certain job because they see it as a success in their eyes, or they see that you can get money from it and a career opportunity, and it allows you to build your finances, and you've got more chance of then settling down, getting a family, all that kind of thing. So you see that quite typically, where you feel like they've got that peer pressure, that family pressure. It could be friends. It could be that you might be wanting, I don't know, you might want an early night in because you're playing a sport the next day, or you're competing, or you're doing something that's of your interest the next day. But you could get friends basically saying to you that they want to go to the pub, they want to hang out on the streets, they want to go to wherever, a club, a bar, wherever it is, and do things that will keep you up, that could keep you up later than you wanted to, or just you don't feel like doing. But again, because you feel like you want to impress them, you feel like you want to be one of the crowd, one of the gang, it can sometimes put you under that peer pressure to do that, to allow yourself to do that and get derailed and get off your mission and purpose. Again, we talk about the news. It could be you've seen something on news. So let's give the example of AI. So AI's obviously come out. It's really powerful. It's getting rid of a lot of jobs, a lot of work. It's making things a lot simpler for other people to do, to use. So you could see AI and think, right, okay, there's a job I want to do, but I am that scared of AI taking over that it's going to little down the opportunities that I get, and it's going to little down the jobs I get, or my passion, or whatever I want to do. So I'm not going to do it because I'm that worried, that scared that it's going to take over, that it's going to, it's not going to allow me to do what I want to do and what I enjoy doing. Again, it could be the internet. So again, a classic one of the internet is you want to look a certain way because the internet shows that. You've got to have 5% body fat. You've got to be in the gym all the time. So you think that's got to be part of your unique lifestyle. That's what you've got to do. Or it could be a case of again, let's put it this way. Social media influencers. Yes, I would count myself as one, but I enjoy it, and I've picked and I've chosen this as part of my brand and part of my work. But because you're seeing a lot of them appearing online, people think that that's what they've got to do. Even if they don't enjoy it, they don't want to do it. And I think that's where we've got to make sure that we don't get suckered into this and thinking that is the way now, or the only thing that we can do. Or again, if you're looking, like I said, on the internet, and you might be seeing that you've got to get a job that earns X amount of money because you need X amount of money to live and to be able to do the things that you want to do, that you end up picking a job or a way of work that has got more chance of getting that money, but you don't enjoy it. So again, let's pick an example. So you might hate going into law, or you might go in, like a paralegal or whatever it is, or a lawyer or that kind of thing. But because you felt pressured from the internet, your family, your friends, whoever it is, that it's a good earning job, and you see the statistics on the internet showing how much you can earn from it, you then go down that line. And yes, you'll get the money, but years down the line, you might think that you absolutely hate it. So there's having that side, and you think, is it worth the finances in order to hate what you're doing? That's something to consider and being on your mind. But what I'm saying, that you've got to live your own path, your own journey, is you are one person. You are your unique self, your unique person with your own personalities, with your own likes, dislikes, your strengths, your weaknesses. And essentially, you are on this planet once. You have got your one life. And surely it makes sense to do the things that you enjoy, the things that you're passionate about, the things that you feel like are your mission, your purpose, your aim, your goals. It makes sense to do that. And even if it's a case of standing out for it, or especially if it's a case of standing out for it, if you can do it in a positive manner, rather than just being somebody stuck in a job that they don't like and being one of millions and millions of people that hate what they're doing, or they're doing the same kind of job, and you're kind of stuck in that, and you feel like you're not living your purpose, your story. And just to caveat that, I'm not saying that you can't have a job or it's bad to have a job. Some people love having a job and they feel like their job is part of their purpose in their life and their mission. And that's brilliant. What I'm saying is, if you don't want to be employed, you don't want to be in a certain area, it's worth taking that risk. It's worth building yourself and building your brand, your business, your kind of yourself, and try and do that even if it earns you less money, particularly at the start, rather than it is doing things that you hate, that you don't enjoy, and you don't find satisfaction, and you don't find that it's going to push you to the next level. I think it's also worth stating and talking about that when you're finding your own path, your journey, your story, it doesn't just come like that. It can take years, and it can also be where you change. So again, let's give a classic example. So for myself, as a kid, I wanted to be a professional goalkeeper. That is all I wanted to do. So I trained for it, I worked for it. My nutrition, even as a kid, I was pretty spot on with it, when I put myself in situations. And then over the years, through lack of luck, you could say injuries, you could say not being as tall as some keepers, you could say not being as technically good, if I'm honest, as some keepers at a pro or high level. That didn't happen for me to make it pro. And over the years, through like my college work that I did, my university work I did, my training, my fitness, looking after myself, and through my other passions and projects, I then changed, so to speak. So I focused more, again, on the exercise instructing, personal training kind of realm. Did that for a good while. Then got into the modelling, so focused on that as well. And then, as I say, over the years, built up into the social media. So I ended up coming more through the influencer kind of thing there. And then the football, I was still playing it, and still I'm playing it at grassroots and semi-professional standards. Then it came through, how can you tie it through? And there's all those elements, but what I'm saying is it changed over the years. It wasn't just I had one course and one path to follow. Different paths came, and most probably as I'm getting older, or as the years go on, I might not be able to teach as many exercise classes or do personal training or sports massage. So I might then look to do something else, and those things and have more options. So it's an ever constant changing, it's an ever constant growing, building, working, developing, and your story can change, but it's your story. And it's really important for you to tell your narrative and to tell it your way. People will relate to you if you do that. You've got more chance of being authentic. Well, you will be authentic if you do it properly. You can help people because there's, as I say, billions of people in the world, and there's so many that feel lost. There's so many that feel like they don't know what they're doing. They don't know where to go. They don't know what their life is going to lead. And if you're being authentic and true to yourself and telling your story, your mission, your purpose, and documenting it and showing people and talking about it, you can inspire people. You can help people. You can help them to go on their journey, and then they help someone else. And it's, it all works together, and you can take satisfaction from helping that person or people to get along in their story, their life, their journey. And I think, as I say, it's just the main kind of point that I wanted to really express within this talk, this chat, this video, is just the fact that it's having the confidence, it's having the self-awareness, it's having the understanding that it's your life, your journey, your story, and no one can tell you what to do. It's, if you're doing something that you enjoy, you're more likely to do it to a better standard. You're more likely to help people. You're more likely to become a better version of you from following your story. And it's having the conviction to do it, even if it doesn't earn you as much money, or it might consume more of your time, for instance, at the start. Believe in what you're doing and understand the purpose. And there's nothing better looking back over the years and looking back at time, thinking what you've achieved, doing it on your terms. And you thinking, do you know what? I've given it everything I've got and I've done it my way. And I've done it the way that I feel's right. And I've made loads of mistakes along the way, but I've done it the way I want to do it. And I feel like it's been productive, and I feel like it's been worthy for me, and I've been able to help others as well. So that's really the message that I wanted to convey and get across today, is it's your life and you do it your way. Be strong, be confident, and trust yourself, because if you've got that target, that purpose, you will do it, and you'll make sure that it works out for you in whatever way you can. So yeah, I hope you found that topic useful. I hope you found it interesting and educational. As always, hope that you're doing well. Sending all of my love and best wishes, and I look forward to seeing you on the next video. So until then, sending all my love, and bye for now.